What's up, guys? So today I wanted to play Minecraft and talk about Into the Woods. Now, Into the Woods is actually my favorite play of all time. I died. Oh, there's the fella. So Into the Woods is actually my favorite show of all time on Broadway. It is a musical. If you don't know what it's about a bunch of fairy tale characters that get into a bunch of turmoil, and this baker's trying to lift the spell and all bunch of good stuff. Basically, I want to be talking about the differences between the Broadway musical and the actual Disney interpretation, and by extension, I want to be talking about what Disney tends to do to different franchises and how it tends to actually soften them and make them a little bit worse in my opinion. So from the start, you can kind of tell the movie is not really going to take the same tone as the Broadway musical. It strangely has a dark vibe while also feeling less emotionally heavy. And I think a big part of it is that Disney just wanted to make a kids film, and I think it does a great job as a kids film, but I think it's actually a horrible adaptation of the actual show on Broadway. So one of the things that it does in order to actually soften the story is it omits a really important detail, which is Rapunzel dying. In the movie, she just rides off into the sunset with the prince, which is really weird to me because it completely takes away the impact of any of the witch's songs. She's been constantly singing about children must listen and the world is dangerous and stuff. And then finally, Rapunzel dies at the end. And that's huge because it's like that's her daughter, and that's what she was talking about the whole time, trying to protect her, and she couldn't. And so that impact is completely taken away by Rapunzel not dying. I understand not wanting to show too many deaths in a Disney movie, but have her die off screen or something. Like, I think that's an extremely important death. Also, speaking of The Witch, I just want to say one positive thing about this is that Meryl Streep does an incredible job as the witch. I think she would have done an amazing job on Broadway. She just really sells the character very well, and I enjoyed her scenes. Now, my least favorite characters in the film version are probably actually the princes, which sucks because they're like some of my favorite characters in the original. But the reason why they suck so bad in the movie is because they're pitched down. The music is literally pitched down when they sing, and it's a Disney movie. Just hire someone who can sing it. I don't understand why they hired these actors who can't sing the part. And you can say, "Oh, it doesn't really matter. They're just pitching it down," but it's like it kind of matters. Like, I think if it's out of someone's range, then they probably shouldn't be in the Disney movie. If it wasn't a Disney production, I'd be like, okay, you can lower the pitch. But it's a Disney movie. You have the money to just find someone who can sing the song. But yeah, they sing Agony in a lower key, and I think it's super lame. Speaking of music, they take out a bunch of really important music. For one, they actually take out a song that I sang in my version of the play, or my school's production of the play, which is I Guess This Is Goodbye. Jack sings it to his cow, and it's a really emotional moment for Jack. But I understand taking it out just to fit runtime, whatever. What's huge and what a lot of people are upset about is they took out the Agony reprise, which that's a pretty important song considering it's the follow up to Agony, which is the whole plot line of the princes and the princesses is based around this whole like cheating scandal, and like a whole song about that was taken out. Also, I just love Agony Reprise. I think it's one of the best written songs by Sondheim, to be honest, because it's just so good and so funny, but also like serious at the same time and dark and gritty, and it's nice. But the biggest issue that a lot of people have with the actual movie is that they take out the song No More. Not only do they take out the song No More, which is one of the most important, if not the most important song in the play, and one of the most heartbreaking ones, they put the underscore. They put an underscore so you can hear like a clarinet playing No More, and they're pretty much just spitting in your face, just saying, "Hey, you want to hear the song? Here, I'll play it for you on clarinet for a second. Ah, ah." But yeah, I think that was just a terrible call taking out No More. I don't even know why they did it. It's not like it's a 15-minute song. Just shorten it if you have to, but don't take out the song. That's just a crazy thing to do. I also think the omission of the narrator does not help the film. Now, I understand that you can't really have a narrator on stage when it's not a stage, it's a film, and I guess you just have to have like a cameraman or one of those cheesy, you know, uh, you're probably wondering how it got here type things, but it doesn't take away from the fact that the narrator definitely added a lot of charm to the show, especially considering the interaction between the characters and the narrator towards the end. That's huge, and that kind of, gets missed. But I get it, whatever. It's just another thing that kind of like makes it not as good as the Broadway show, in my opinion. Now, another thing, and this is just a real personal issue, is James Corden. That's pretty much it. And I think this is actually one of his better films that he's been in. But he seems to, I don't know, he seems to corrupt every film that he's in with just unfunny garbage vibes. I don't know. I think part of it is also that, he's been in controversies where he's kind of been a real jerk, like a real mean guy. And so he just doesn't seem like a joy to be around. But even besides that, it's just, I don't like James Corden, okay? You get the point. And I don't want him in the movie. He does fine, I guess, but it's James Corden. I don't know. Now, maybe that's a little bit too harsh towards James Corden, but what you can never be too harsh towards is the sound design in a Disney musical. And one thing that I really do not enjoy about these Disney musicals, especially the live action ones, is the amount of auto tune and compression that is on these tracks. I mean, seriously. Even Cinderella actually, I think, suffered the most. Cinderella's parts were so beautiful and they're always so fire, but they're so snappy and stuff that it just sounds weird with autotune. Stop putting so much pitch correction. She can sing. She can sing the song. Just let her be a few cents off every once and again. It goes a long way. And this is the case for like most of the production. The whole movie is just super auto-tuned and compressed, and there's no dynamics or anything, and it's super weird. If Sondheim would have directed it, I feel like he probably wouldn't have wanted to slap a bunch of auto-tune and compression on everyone's vocals and stuff. But, that's just my opinion. I love live theater harmonies and things, and it's just we all edit vocals and stuff, but it's about subtlety, and the Into the Woods vocals are just not subtle, especially in combination with pitching certain songs down. You shouldn't need to pitch it down and then also still need to use autotune. Just hire someone off Fiverr to sing the song at that point. And I'm not saying these guys aren't talented. Just learn how to sing the song. It's not even a thing. But yeah, basically to sum it up, I think that Disney really super softened the Into the Woods show. I really enjoyed all the parts with Meryl Streep, and then all the other parts were really kind of lackluster just because once you watch the first one, it doesn't hit the same when it's all compressed and auto-tune and watered down for like Disney. But that's just my opinion. I think Disney tends to do that. It's better for kids. All. That's all about. Hello. That's about all I wanted to talk about. So see ya.